My name is Elijah. If you're expecting a funny story about high school fights or neighborhood drama, you might want to sit this one out. This is the story of how my mother, my fierce, loving, ride-or-die single mom, ended up in a mental hospital. Not because she broke down, not because of drugs, but because of a curse. A real one. I wish I was joking. Let me take you back. My mom, Marlene Taylor, was the kind of mother who'd go to war for me with her bare hands. She raised me alone after my dad bailed when I was 2. Never heard from him again. But she was enough. More than enough. She worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3. She once slapped a teacher in front of the whole PTA meeting because he accused me of cheating. That same night, she took him to a bar, bribed him with drinks and a few folded bills, and walked out with my science grades upgraded. I loved her. Everyone in our neighborhood feared her. She wasn't just my mom. She was a legend.
Nobody messes with my boy. You hear me, Elijah? You're a king. Don't let these people make you feel less.
And I believed it. Every word. I wore that confidence like a crown. But in high school, I had an enemy. His name was Brandon Joseph. At first, I thought he was just a know-it-all transfer student, but Brandon was a bully, and a ruthless one at that. He tripped me in the cafeteria more times than I could count, called me cockroach in front of the girls. Once, he shoved me into a janitor's closet and locked the door during gym class. When I told the coach, Brandon just laughed and said, "I got lost looking for my pride." Another time, he made a fake Instagram account using my face and edited photos of me with toilet paper. People laughed, I cried, and my mom. Oh, she was ready to go full nuclear. But I begged her to let it go. I told her it'd pass. I was wrong. The final straw came one rainy Thursday afternoon. Brandon caught me walking home alone. He and his crew cornered me behind a store and beat the crap out of me. No mercy. Black eye, bloody nose, bruised ribs. I crawled home like a wounded dog. When my mom saw me, something snapped.
Who did this to you? Who put their hands on my son?
I whispered, "Brandon." That was all she needed to hear. The next morning, Brandon was arrested. The school claimed they'd found a knife in his locker. They said a teacher overheard him threatening to gut me. The police said it matched a threat report from an anonymous source, but it wasn't anonymous. I knew exactly who set it up. It was my mom. She had planted everything. Staged the perfect crime. Brandon was expelled and sent to juvie within days. 2 months later, Brandon was dead. Stabbed in a bathroom brawl. They said it was gang-related, but to me, it was a death sentence carried out by my mother's lie. That night, Brandon's parents showed up at our front door. I'll never forget it.
You framed our boy. You killed our son.
Blood for blood. Marlene Taylor, your piece is over. They placed a strange bundle of herbs and bones on our doorstep, whispered something in Haitian Creole, and walked away. From that day on, my mother was never the same. She started seeing Brandon's face everywhere, especially in the mirror.
He's here, Elijah. He stands behind me when I brush my teeth. He whispers my name when the lights go out. He won't leave. I hear him humming that same song from school.
She stopped sleeping, started burning food, argued with walls, laughed at nothing. We took her to the hospital after she clawed at her own face in front of the bathroom mirror, screaming that Brandon was trying to come through. She was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and committed to a state psychiatric hospital. Years passed, and she stayed there, in and out of lucidity, mumbling Brandon's name, screaming in Creole phrases she'd never spoken before. I tried to live a normal life, got a job, tried to make peace, but I could never forgive myself. I had let her lie, let Brandon suffer. One time, when I went to visit her, she handed me a folded envelope with shaking hands.
If you ever find Brandon's parents, give this to them, please.
It was a handwritten letter. Inside, she confessed to framing Brandon. She said she had acted out of rage and fear, and she begged for forgiveness. She said she would trade her life to bring Brandon back if she could. She said he didn't deserve what she did. I cried reading it. For the first time, I realized she wasn't just losing her mind. She was drowning in guilt. During that same visit, I noticed an older woman in the hallway. Gray hair in a tight bun, sharp eyes like she could see through souls. She walked slowly, leaning on a carved cane. Her name tag said Nurse Evelyn, but her aura said something else. Later that week, she approached me while I was sitting by my mom's bed.
You think she's crazy, but she's not.
Excuse me?
He's not haunting her. He's waiting. Your mother needs to confess, or he won't leave.
How do you know?
Because I used to walk with spirits too. Before I picked up a badge, I picked up bones. Go, take that letter. Bring her peace.
I never saw Nurse Evelyn again. One night, I went to his grave and broke down. I'm sorry, Brandon. I didn't ask for this. I didn't know she'd go that far. I just wanted peace. Please, please let her go. A few days later, I made a decision. I had to face his parents. I tracked down the Josephs. They'd moved to a quiet neighborhood on the edge of town. I stood on their porch, heart pounding, and rang the bell. Madame Joseph answered. Same eyes, same silence. Please, I'm Elijah, Marlene's son. I know what she did, and I'm begging you, please lift the curse. I gave them the letter. She stared at me for what felt like an eternity. Then she stepped aside, invited me in. Weeks passed. I visited often. We talked. I cried. Mr. Joseph never spoke much, but he listened. One day, Madame Joseph called me over.
Come, we will undo what was done.
We lit candles. She mixed herbs, poured rum, and placed a photo of Brandon at the center. She held my hands, looked me in the eye, and spoke words I didn't understand.
We lift the veil. Let the soul find peace. Let the cursed mind be free.
That same night, I visited my mom at the hospital. For the first time in years, she was sitting up, smiling, crying.
He's gone, Elijah. I don't see him anymore. He left.
Within weeks, she was discharged. We brought her home. She apologized, over and over, for everything.
I wanted to protect you, but I destroyed someone's child to do it. I'll never forgive myself, but I'm glad I get the chance to say sorry.
Today, I live with my mom. I work at a youth rehab center, helping kids avoid the path I almost took. And believe it or not, my mom and Brandon's parents are friends now. They have tea every Thursday. Sometimes they cry. Sometimes they laugh. They say pain connects people stronger than joy ever could. So yeah, that's the story of how my mother was cursed by witches, ended up in a mental hospital, and got a second chance. Because even curses can be lifted with truth and healing. If you made it this far, smash that like button like Brandon used to smash my pride. Subscribe for more ghost stories with surprisingly wholesome endings. And hey, don't forget to check your mirrors tonight. You never know who's watching.